everyone. Happy Wednesday. It is February 1st, so happy February, the month of love, as many of our clubs will attest to. All right, let's go ahead and tell you which meetings we have today. At 1:30 this afternoon, we have the GRF Mobility and Vehicles Committee, and that will be in the boardroom. And on our show today, we have the ever-informative Jerry Slusewicz, and he is here on behalf of Pacific Financial Planners and has more education for us on what to do with our finances in these crazy, turbulent times. Then we have Michael Pontecorvo and Carol Glenn, who are here on behalf of the Old Pros. And speaking of love, they have something coming up in the next week or so. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. Well, we're still looking at nice skies. In fact, we are looking at very nice temperatures through the end of this week and into the weekend. We are looking at mostly sunny skies today, 66-43, 67-47, 67-46, very nice on Saturday, 66-48, and Sunday, 63-45. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:47, and our sunset will be at 5:22, and this shot was out of East Beach out in Santa Barbara shortly after the rains. A very nice looking photo. Now, just as a reminder, today it already started from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You could experience signal loss and programming interruption because broadband is conducting satellite maintenance activity. So they apologize for this inconvenience, but know that local music and foreign channels will not be affected and should be up and running to its normalness towards 5 o'clock today or shortly thereafter. All right, when we come back, we'll have Jerry with Pacific Financial Planners, so stay tuned.
Diane's Hallmark in Laguna Niguel is now an Elam's Hallmark, and we are excited to be part of your community. We have just remodeled, and you will be surprised by the wide variety of fashion and accessories, home decor, collectibles, Disney, Peanuts, Harry Potter, and Star Wars, along with the largest Hallmark card selection in town. Stop in today and sign up for our Crown Rewards program and get a free Just Because card. Once a member, you can get a free card once a month. Elam's Hallmark, your neighborhood gift store.
At Genesis of Laguna Niguel, we care about every customer and treat you like family. So think of us kind of like a good grandson. We take our time to go over all your new Genesis's technology features, step by step, all in the comfort of our showroom while enjoying complimentary refreshments. Or if you prefer, we can deliver your new Hyundai and cover everything in person. It's that easy. For a simply better buying and ownership experience, visit Genesis of Laguna Niguel.
Welcome to Pacific Financial Planners. We focus on income replacement for your retirement. We have over 3 decades of professional money management experience. We personalize a plan that's right for you and your family. You only get one shot at retirement. Don't you think you better get it right? So give us a call for your free consultation. We can do this over the phone, via Zoom, or in person.
Welcome back. Well, we have Jerry here on behalf of Pacific Financial Planners, and you may know that he has forums here in the village, and we'll talk a little bit about that in just a bit. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great, Lisa. Thanks for having me.
Good. You know, you always have a smile on your face when we're just racking our heads about what to do with our finances, because we never know when we're going to make a mistake. And you and I had talked in the past about some other investments that, you know, you get a little scared because you see all this volatility. You see, well, there isn't as much going on with the interest rates these days. But, you know, Where are we at today? I mean, what are we looking at?
You know, it's a great question, Lisa. We're kind of in a bipolar economy, it seems like. It really does. There's a lot of people talking about a potential recession, and they're talking about all the reasons why we can have a recession. And I get it. You know, they're saying earnings are going to go down, and so far, the earnings that have come in, which is we're about a third of the way through the fourth quarter earnings season, which because you're reporting today what happened last year.
Oh, okay.
And you're a little, you know, it is a little down year over year, but not as bad as expected. But you have what's called the Purchasing Managers Index for both services as well as manufacturing, and 50 is a nominal number. Anything above 50 shows the economy's growing, below 50 shows that it's shrinking. And we're below 50 on both those numbers, which indicate a shrinking economy. We're all seeing the layoffs, especially in the tech sector, in the housing sector, banking sector. So people are saying, oh my goodness, you know, this is all recessionary environment.
Right.
But at the same time, we have a very low workforce participation, so there's a lot of jobs out there for people that want to work. In addition, in the housing market, most people have owned their homes that have owned their homes for a few years have interest rates below 4% and some below 3% locked in for 30 years. So it's the new people. I don't think we're going to see a housing crisis like we saw in 2007 to 2009.
Right.
Because, you know, then everyone was fully loaned out on their house. They had 100% loan to value. We don't have that. People are making payments. We have about a 3-4% savings rate. We had a negative savings rate. So, you know, there's signs on both sides, but inflation is still the animal out there that's scary.
Right. And I think what's a bit confusing for a lot of people is you have our administration and several other folks that say, oh yeah, no, don't worry, everything's great. But it really isn't that great.
You're right. It really isn't that great, because what happened, inflation is rising prices. It's the rate that your costs go up year over year to buy your groceries, your gasoline, cars, you know, homes. That is inflating prices. That's what that is. And those prices went up last year 8-9% on average, and some things like eggs and, you know, certain things were up, you know, tremendously, right? 30, 40, 50% in double in some cases.
Right.
But let's just say across the board, it costs everybody now 10% more than it cost last year. Those rates, those prices aren't going to go down. They're just going up a little bit slower. Now they're going up maybe 5 to 6%. So things cost more. The economy's slowing. More people are losing their jobs. Something has to give there. It's just how bad is this? So there's this other kind of scenario that we had in the 70s called stagflation.
Right.
Where you have a stagnant economy with rising prices. And that's really kind of the worst of all worlds. Unfortunately, that's kind of what I see for this year. How bad that gets remains to be seen. So people still need to be very cautious with their investments.
So wouldn't that really determine, or wouldn't that be, I guess what I'm trying to say is that the jobs market, I mean, isn't that where you kind of figure out whether you're in stagflation or not, is that so many people would lose their jobs, so it would shoot up the unemployment rate?
Well, again, there's the unemployment rate and then there's the workforce participation rate. And those are way different. People get confused. The unemployment rate are people who are actively looking for work. And this workforce participation rate means a number of people don't really want to work. They want to be on either the government dole, or maybe they've got a side hustle where they work for cash. You know, you've got people here in the village that do, you know, some of that stuff. So they may not really be looking for a job. I think the unemployment rate, because there's so many jobs out there, isn't going to be as bad. But if people drop out of the workforce, you know, that's when you start having problems. But the reality is everyone needs to figure out where they are for themselves. And like you kind of said, is I have a smile on my face, but there's so many people that don't know what to do. So they do nothing. That is not a good strategy. Hope is not a good strategy. You need to find out where you are and what your needs are. How much income do you need? And is that income sustainable for the rest of your life? If it is, then you want to be conservative in this environment. If you don't have enough income, then you're kind of forced to take risk. But we can get a riskless 4 to 5% rate of return, a little bit more than 5%, with absolutely no risk right now.
Yeah.
And yet there's still people here in the village that are hoping that their stock portfolios that they have, maybe even 50, 60% in the stock market, come back when maybe they shouldn't be taking any risk at all.
You know, there's a lot of folks who retire and then they, maybe get a second job, so they have something that's part-time in addition to maybe their Social Security. But they're saying to themselves, well, you know what, I'm not going to live that long. So I don't need to save that much money, or I don't need to have more than 15, 20 years because my parents, they died young, so I'm probably going to die young. What do you say to people like that?
Well, again, it's the old adage, prepare for the worst, or hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.
Right.
And that's what you have to do. Is you can't just base it on your parents, because we had better health care than our parents had. We had better food supplies than our parents had. Everything is better. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to live longer. We may or we may not. But you've got to kind of plan to live longer. I mean, the average life expectancy for a 65-year-old male today is 85, and for a female is 88. Now, that's average, Lisa.
Yeah.
Which means half of the people, 65, are going to live longer than 88. I mean, statistically, it's better than 50-50. A married couple, one of them is going to be in their 90s.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing, is we have better health care. So you've got to figure out that things with inflation, means inflating prices,
Right.
are going to cost more over time. Where's that income source going to come from?
Right.
You've got to plan for income in retirement.
Right.
And it's a safer way to go. And right now, like I said, there's riskless transactions out there that can give you, meaning no risk whatsoever,
Right.
4 to 5%.
Right.
And if you're not certain, maybe doing nothing isn't the right strategy. So that's why we have these forums, so people can come and
Right.
learn more about it and ask their questions.
Well, exactly. And here is your next forum is going to be Thursday, February 9th. Now, your topic here is, will a recession rob your retirement? And, that is a really important question, and you've addressed it here today, is that things are much more expensive. So now you have to cut back on just how many times you maybe go out to dinner, or maybe you're not going to buy that really yummy steak. Now you're going to get something different.
Yeah, if you're on a fixed income, inflation is really the silent killer out there. It truly is. And that's the issue that's not going away. If the rate of inflation is lower than it was last year, that means prices are still going higher.
Right.
But just not as much. But they're still going, it's going to be less and less affordable. That's why you've got to rebalance your portfolio accordingly. And there's a lot of people just sit there and say, it's kind of like watching a slow motion car crash. They're saying, oh, look, here comes a car. It looks like it might hit me. Oh, wow, I hope that doesn't happen. And that's not a good strategy. If it's coming at you slow motion, maybe you should move right or left or get out of the way.
Exactly.
And we have that opportunity right now, but a lot of people just hope and pray, and well, that prayer is okay, but it's not going to work on your portfolio.
It might not work on the portfolio. All right, let's go ahead and let everybody know again. The Financial Forum is going to be at Clubhouse 7 on February 9th, and it's from 3 to 5 p.m. No RSVP needed. You can just show up and talk with others, which I think is great. You do provide guidance, but others are telling each other, some great things that they've done or things that they've made mistakes, which is really a great way to go. And of course,
absolutely.
Thank you as always. We appreciate the information.
Well, thanks for having me, Lisa.
All right. And if you want more information about the forums, or if you just want to give Jerry a call and ask him about what's happening in the market today, you can go to safeincometoday.com, or you can call them at 949-219-0692. We'll be right back.
Life, a series of moments. A touch, a look, a laugh. Successful people. It might not be superior imagination. It just might be superior retirement planning. Imagine what's next. Plan today, own tomorrow.
At Healing Hearts Emergency Animal Hospital, we are dedicated to emergency veterinary care through high-quality veterinary services and compassion. We offer state-of-the-art diagnostics at competitive pricing. Our doctors will see and care for dogs, cats, and most exotics. In case of emergency, rest assured Healing Hearts Emergency is here for you when your primary veterinarian is closed. Open nights, weekends, and all major holidays.
At Harvard Eye Associates, we are committed to your vision care and quality of life.
It's a commitment we don't take lightly.
Our trusted team of doctors provides specialized eye care using state-of-the-art technology.
We deliver what matters to you
and your family.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Welcome back. Well, we have Carol and Michael here on behalf of the Old Pros. Well, welcome both of you. Nice to see you.
Good morning.
And I love the way you've worn your cute little February.
Yes, yes.
And it's a great month here. Of course, we'll talk about what you guys are going to be doing here in just a bit. I know you have a few changes that you'd like to let our audience know. So tell us about the change in meetings.
Okay, that's very important because it's we had been meeting Monday afternoons, the second Monday of the month. We are now moving to the second Wednesday of the month.
Okay.
Still at Clubhouse 7, but now we are going to be in the evening where the doors open at 6 and the show goes up at 6:30.
Okay. And did you just find that was just a better time for everyone?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We have many new people who are coming into the community who are still working.
Oh.
And so this way we can have them come, and some of them will hopefully join us in shows that are coming up.
Okay.
And that's something that Michael's working on, and he can tell you about.
Always looking for new members. Yeah. Always looking for new members. And they can be actors, actresses, stagehands, costume, props.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean,
Directors.
I mean, like you said, behind the scenes. I mean, there's always something, right?
Well,
and it takes a village to make a performance.
And we are something of a repertory company. So as I was saying, I'm directing this one, but I'm also moving mics and chairs during the show.
Right.
And sometimes somebody will have a big part, and the next time they might be just doing a little walk-on, which is the definition of a true repertory company.
Exactly. I mean, you wear a lot of hats, right? Even though, like you said, you might direct something, you're going to do some other things. So let's talk a little bit about the event that is coming up.
Michael, what do you think about it?
Oh, well, it's a little different in that there's going to be more music.
Okay.
I perform. We have others that are going to sing. We even have a original, well, it's not original, it was a Cole Porter song that we've reworked.
Okay.
With new lyrics.
Okay.
For the moment.
Tell them what it is.
Oh my gosh.
Go on.
She's going to jump out of her skin.
Yeah, I know, you're the top.
You're the top.
We're the top. We're the Old Pros. We're the tops.
Oh, so who wrote this song?
Well, we stole from Cole Porter.
Oh, right. But who did all of you get together to rework it?
Sharon Rose and I asked Sharon, I said, you're so good at doing these lyrics. Please, can you come up with something? And she did a beautiful job.
I love it. I love it. Now, tell me a little bit about the actual performance. I mean, I know you said it's more music, but of course it's geared around love. Is it all happy, all sad, a combo?
There are some broken hearts in this. Somebody who gets jilted, somebody else who missed connections early on and now they're trying to reconnect. And also our dear Tony Barr, whom we haven't seen in a long time on stage because he hasn't had the available time, is going to be the Tin Man, singing about if he only had a heart.
That is perfect. Well, let me ask you personally, what do you love about this club?
Oh, it's the opportunity to tell stories, to engage people, to entertain people. We have some other upcoming productions that we're dreaming about at this point, looking at scripts, thinking about casting, that run the gamut from comedy to more dramatic and more timely topics.
Now you said scripts. Are these scripts that have been sent to you? People that have written them here in the village?
One of the scripts is one that I wrote from a story that I read. Others are probably we're going to use scripts, portions of scripts that are already in existence.
Okay.
Glass Menagerie, Odd Couple, couple others. So it's a mix.
Now, have you been in theater before?
I had a career in television for many, many years.
Okay.
But in theater, no, not
it's
really.
Different, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. And a lot of fun.
I bet. You know, it's different when you're on TV because then you're just kind of yourself, right?
Right.
But when you're in theater, you can be somebody totally different.
Totally different.
And Carol, how about you? I know you've been involved for quite some time.
Oh, yes. Well, since I came here, first of all, I thought, well, this is a wonderful opportunity to act. And then one day I was over at the PAC and Sheila came up to me, Sheila Bialka, who was one of the primary founders of the Old Pros. And she looked at me and said, "You're my Cher."
Oh, Cher.
So
Cher.
Oh, yes, Cher. So Tony Barr and I did Cher, and now I'm so happy to have him back in for this February show.
Yeah.
Slippery Slope. A couple years later, Sheila says, "Why don't you direct this scene? We're doing one of the main stage productions. It's Neil Simon's segments. You take this one." And that's when I discovered I could do it.
Oh, that's great.
You know, there are amazing things you can do that you've never tried. And if you don't try, you're going to miss an opportunity.
I think that's the point. There's the opportunity.
Yeah.
Things that we've always wanted to do. We may have had careers in other things, but now there's the opportunity.
And it's a very safe venue in which to do it.
Right.
Because everybody is rooting for you.
Isn't that what the village really is all about, though, is opportunity and, like you said, to do something that you've never been able to do?
Too many opportunities. My life is so full.
I know, you could have something every day of the week from morning to the evening, which is really a great thing, right, if you really want to participate. So let's let everybody know again when your meeting is, and tell me the name of it again. It's called?
Okay, it's going to be Hearts, some happy and some broken. It will be the second Wednesday of the month, which this time is February 8th, and the doors open at Clubhouse 7 at 6 o'clock. There will be refreshments, and at 6:30 the show will go up. And just a wonderful potpourri of songs and limericks and little skits, and just a little sadness, but more happy than sad.
No, I think that's great. Well, thank you.
Come one, come all.
Yes. There you go. I think it'll launch into character right now. All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate the information.
Thank you,
and have
Lisa.
fun. If you want more information about the Old Pros, you can always go to their website, ocoldpros.org, or you can email them at ocoldpros@gmail.com. Well, we'll be right back.
David's in jail? Where?
Here in San Antonio, ma'am. I'm David's lawyer, and I'm trying to get him out of jail.
Well, what do you need me to do?
Why, $700, or better yet, send me a credit card number and I'll get him out of jail immediately.
When in doubt, hang up. Scammers will find family facts for an emotional effect.
Oh, can I talk to him?
I'm sorry, ma'am. He's in jail. If you want to get him out, you got to get me $700 immediately.
If at all in doubt, hang up. It could save you from financial ruin.
COVID-19 has us all practicing social distancing. But in times like this, It's just as necessary to remember the importance of maintaining good dental health. Good dental health can help improve your body's immune system to fight deadly diseases, from respiratory infections to heart disease and diabetes. Our general dentists and specialists are committed to helping you stay healthy. Located right next to Laguna Woods with a bus stop right in front, we are open to see you for emergency cases. Call today for an appointment. 949-830-0074.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bobby Awadala here at Skin Credible Dermatology, and our goal is to turn back time naturally and beautifully.
My experience with Skin Credible has been incredible. Dr. Bobby made a suggestion to use Botox or Xeomin, and it turned out beautifully. I'm very happy with the results.
We know you'll love Skin Credible so much once you try it. We're willing to offer new patients their first treatment at $6 per unit. So give us a call or visit our website so we can start that journey.
Let's get a sneak peek of the movies that we have this Friday and Saturday for you. On Friday, we have Frost Nixon, and you can check that out at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without subtitles. And then on Saturday, we have for you Till, and you can see that also at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without subtitles, and we'll give you a little bit of information about those on Friday and Saturday. All right, speaking of love, Valentine's Day, of course, we'll be here in a couple of weeks, and just to let you know that Recreation is putting on a Valentine's dinner dance. Tickets now are on sale, and of course that will be on the 14th in Clubhouse 5, and they'll have dinner and entertainment, so you will want to get tickets for this. It's $45 per person, catered by Martinez. Get in touch with Recreation at recreation@vmsinc.org. Now, the Car Club is continuing their car inspections, and the next one is coming up here on February 4th. You will want to make a reservation between the hours of 9 a.m. and 12, so make sure you give them a call at 323-528-1442 or visit their website, lagunawoodscarclub.com. The Cat Club is having a meeting, and you can participate if you have a cat, or even if you don't have a cat, you just love cats. This is going to be, as you can see here, information on February 8th, Clubhouse 5. If you want to know more about it, lagunawoodscatclub.com. And then one last thing to let you know about is you can check out the Lutheran Heritage Club is having a senior day out on Valentine's Day, and you can get all of that information when you go ahead and give them a call at that number that's on the screen at the bottom. Also, that's Paul's number as well. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather one last time before we head out to enjoy our Wednesday. And it is going to be a very nice day today with temperatures 66, 43. Tomorrow, even a little bit warmer, 67, 47, 67, 46, 66, 48, and 63, 45. And don't forget that today you will have possibly intermittent interruptions in your programming, so don't be alarmed. That's just broadband doing its thing with the satellite, but it'll be over by 5 p.m. today. Have a great day in the Village. We'll see you again tomorrow right here on Village Television. Bye-bye.